Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Liliano on behalf of the state for Mr. Antonio Brown.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Brown's case.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Eiglarsh on behalf of Mr. Brown, who's present on Zoom.
Okay, yes, I see Mr. Brown is there and present. All right, we have today,
Your Honor, as my understanding, we are set to pick a date for the stand your ground motion that was filed.
yes,
That wasn't my understanding. We're going to be taking some depositions before that time, Judge. And I also want to get the DNA evidence that's outstanding. My client voluntarily submitted a swab recently. And if the test goes the way that we expect, we believe that that's going to undermine a significant allegation the state made. So we're wondering when we can expect that DNA evidence.
well, let me back up. Actually, today was a date that I was going to be addressing the setting of, you filed the stand your ground motion.
Right.
And I believe from the last proceeding, I said I'd like to set a date for that.
Correct.
Now, you have other matters and discovery issues. You should be dealing with that. So let me give you a date for the stand your ground hearing.
The reason why I wanted to delay in doing that is there's some depositions I'd like to take before we have that hearing.
Okay,
And I want to get all the evidence before I take those depositions. So it comes
Okay.
back to, when are we going to get the DNA evidence?
all right, well, that's your question. And state, you have a response?
No, Your Honor, I'm not sure. I know that we did receive a DNA result, is my understanding. That was provided to the defense counsel, so I'm not quite sure exactly which DNA result he's looking for. Maybe if he can send me an email, I can provide whatever it is. It
So
seems to be
should
missing.
counsel outline and communicate directly with the state of what information you're still missing in discovery? And
The state is claiming that the swab that was taken in my office, in my presence with the agents, just a couple of weeks ago, that somehow that made it to the lab and that there's results on that, and we have been supplied that result? Is that what the state's alleging?
Judge, that's my understanding. I can double check. I know that I was in trial and the second ASA on the case was handling the discovery, but that's what my understanding is. I can double check.
the second ASA on the
It
case.
was Miss Stephanie Cruz.
Okay.
She was present in front of Your Honor the last time the case was set for
Okay.
status.
And she needs to speak with you about things. So she didn't really have the responses either. So between the two of you, I'd like some responses.
Absolutely,
Right.
Judge. I can look into the DNA that the defense counsel is asking. I did receive an email from him yesterday requesting deposition dates. I provided dates towards the end of February, beginning of March for depositions. But that's all it was asked of me at that time.
Okay, so this is what you'll need to do, Mr. Argulash. I'm going to give the state 5 days to respond to the DNA question that you've raised in terms of any bit of discovery that seems to be outstanding.
Sure, Judge.
I can be
And-
even more specific, Judge. It was the holster left on the scene that we have submitted proof belonged to my client. That was his own holster from his own weapon for which he has a concealed weapons permit. And they went
Mr.
and DNA.
Eiglarsh,
Yeah,
Mr. Argulash, I absolutely understand.
got it.
As in terms of what the specifics are, there's outstanding discovery on the response specifically on the results of DNA testing, right? I'm giving the state 5 days
Perfect. Thank you.
to respond and advise where the results are. And if they haven't been provided, then you'll file an appropriate motion that you think you need to file, and I'll address the motion, okay?
Will do.
And I'll
Okay.
take care of that. The next thing is setting your deposition schedule. And I hear from the state that you've been provided with some dates
Right.
to go ahead and set your deposition schedule. And so what I would ask, barring having to address any motions that either party might file, I'm going to give you one more status date. And at the next status date, I'd like you to come in, if you would, please, with some type of schedule of your depositions, that you at least set your scheduled depositions, because you just indicated you need to take a number of depositions before you can be prepared for the stand your ground motion hearing that I'd like to set. So I'd like to keep that moving along and as well handle any other discovery questions. So I'm suggesting the end of February. Unless, of course, either of you need me sooner, then you'll file a motion and I'll address it. All you have to do is contact my office. It gets on the next day.
Thanks, Judge. The end of February works for the state judge, for another status day.
Okay. Does it work for you, Mr. Eidlosh?
Yeah, it depends what date, but yes, Judge, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, February 26th seems to be my date of choice today. So will that work for you?
I have a 9 o'clock in front of another judge, but I could, so I'd rather do it on a day that I don't have that, and I have an injunction hearing at 1:30. Could the court do it on the 25th? Or
We can do it on the 25th. That's fine.
that would be
Can you
ideal.
make-
Judge.
Fine. We'll manage it for the 25th at 9 a.m.
All right, we'll see you then, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you,
wonderful
Judge.
day. Thank you for
You
everything.
too. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.